This is a way too common scenario. Commit and run is a crime because it kills flow. This is one of the most common ways for a developer to try to save time for himself, but it ends up wasting other people's time and is downright disrespectful. Still, it happens everywhere. Why? Usually because it takes too long to build the systems properly or to run the tests. This is where you, the architect, come into play. If you put a lot of effort into creating a flexible architecture where people can perform, taught the developers agile practices like test driven development and set up a continuous integration server, then you also want to nurture a culture where it is not all right to waste anybody else's time and flow in any way. To be able to get that, you need to make sure the system, among other things, has a sound architecture for automated testing, since it will change the behavior of the developers. If tests run fast, developers will run them more often, because itself it's a good thing. If tests are dependent on external systems and need to hit the database, re-engineer your tests so that they can be run locally with mocks or stubs, or at the very least with an in-memory database, and let the build server run them in the slow way. People should not have to wait for any resources because if they have to, they will take shortcuts, which often causes for problems for others instead. But it also means that they won't leave their colleagues with broken code. Invest time in making the system fast to work with because it increases flow, lessens the reasons for working in silos, and in the end makes it possible to develop faster. Mock things, create simulators, lessen dependencies, divide the system into smaller modules, do whatever you have to. Just make sure there is no reason to even think about doing a commit and run. Because as an architect, it is important to remember that commit and run is a crime.